to start the game. Had a few that didn't go my way, kind of went in and out. But as far as the game went along, I felt like I was able to get a rhythm, kind of see how they were defending me, and just go up a little stronger. So I thought it was a good day as far as post work.
Reid Cal harps on you all the time about don't gather yourself, quick jump, all that type of stuff. Don't be tentative. Obviously, that seemed maybe to be the case early on. And then is there something that flips the switch when you start that way, and then the rest of the game to finish all those shots?
For me, I knew it was going to be a long game. I was going to get more opportunities. So to start the game, just trying to get a feel for how he's going to guard. We didn't know if they were going to double the balls, how aggressive he was going to be. Saw that he was kind of just walling up and giving me more looks. So I rushed a few at the start and kind of missed those. But as the game settled in, just had to kind of just take my time, understand they weren't really trying to foul, so just go up stronger. And I felt like that's how I got in the groove of it.
How much did it help, Reid, to have two bigs, you and PJ, being really productive to go up against Hawks?
It helps a lot. I mean, I feel like me and PJ can play well off of each other. And it's going to be a tough guard for teams as far as really just trying to guard us both. And then you got a double team, and then that's when he made that great pass to me, and I got the dunk. So they kind of went away from that. And then once they do that, then the post basically got to play one-on-one all game, which I felt like that's really what helped us have the advantage.
Reid, when you do revert, Cal says he does say something to you. How passionate? What does he say to you?
I mean, he just tells me to go up quicker. I think there's going to be times where I revert, I guess is the word he used, but there's certain times where I go on the guy try and get a foul. Maybe I don't make it. There's other times where I got to go quick up and try and get my jump hook. So it's just about being humble with the process. I mean, I don't read too much into it. He's trying to coach me and trying to help me the best way possible. So I accept it. I just kind of just flip the switch in my mind and try and play the way he wants me to.
Reid, the passing between you and PJ seems to be getting better. Your all's chemistry, you feel that is growing?
Yeah, it's growing. The more we get to play with each other, definitely our bond's growing on and off the court. So it's helping us. I mean, we're starting to see in big games, teams are having problems guarding both of us, and especially if you want to double team. He's a great passer, and I'm starting to work on it too as far as just finding each other. So it's been great. I think it's going to be something we can definitely use in big games in the future as teams trying to guard us that way. Is really nice. So.
Reid, what tells you and PJ are bonding off the court you see?
I think just the more you're starting to play with somebody, you really start to see their work habits, and really just start to get a feel for each other. And that just comes with time. I mean, that's something that I would expect. This is a brand new team. We didn't know each other until coming to the season. So the more success we're starting to have, we're starting to gel, starting to flow a lot more. It's really cool to see, and you can definitely see it on the court.
What did you all show in this last week with these three games against ranked teams to win?
Say that one more time.
What have you all shown in the last week to win these three games?
I'd say just that we're growing and maturing as a team. I think the biggest thing is that at the start of the season, maybe we'd have a good lead and then we'd give it up and we weren't able to close games. But I think we've done a great job the last few games as far as just watching film, getting better, and applying the scouting report to the game. I feel like there's a lot of things that we want to do coming in that we're able to have success with and able to sustain that for the whole game.
Reid, they've lost a couple guys, a couple big guys, and Bill Self described them as light in the butt today. Did y'all feel like coming in that just the strength in numbers, that as many big guys as you could throw at them? Nick has 5 blocks in 9 minutes. That was going to be somewhere you could expose them a little bit?
For sure. I mean, they got a guy that they ride a lot, and they should. I mean, he's a talented player. So we knew if we could bring waves at him, offensively, defensively, we could have fresh bodies, and they were really confident with the 4 bigs that we have. So I think that really played in our favor that we could bring fresh bigs in as much as we did.
Reid, with this win on this stage, do you feel like you guys made a national statement?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great win for us. I mean, that's for you guys to decide if it's a national statement or not. I feel like in the locker room, we look at every game, it's just like another. There wasn't too much hype in our locker room about that. We knew it was a big game, and we wanted to get up for it, obviously. But as far as the journey of the whole season, it's just another game, and then we're going to watch the film, get better, and then prepare for the next one coming up.
Are you guys better equipped to deal with the hype that's kind of mounting again for this team that maybe you weren't at the beginning of the year? Or is it changing?
I don't think there's been much of a change. I think the coaches have done a great job of taking that pressure off of us as far as the outside noise. They do a great job of kind of handling it and just making sure that we're working hard every day in practice and staying focused on the game. So I'd say that's the biggest thing, is that as we mature as a team, you can really just tell that guys aren't really listening to anything outside of the locker room, which is really cool to see.
First time you guys shoot below 40% this year, yet you've been, I don't want to say easily, but toward the end you guys had it in hand and went away with a win.
Yeah, I think you just credit our defense. That's the biggest thing. These guys are going to have an off night shooting. We didn't hit really any jump shots in the first half, and it was still a 3-point game. So I think you just credit defense and just grinding it out. I mean, the fact that we're showing that we can win in multiple different ways. We don't have to hit the three a lot to win, or we don't have to post it sometimes. Guys are going to light it up from outside. So yeah, it's been good for us to really show that we can win in different aspects of the game.
What is it about your defense in these last 6 games that's been different, like in terms of growing up or whatever? I mean, you've held opponents to less than 40% makes, to less than 61 points a game in these 6 games.
It's just practice. I feel like that's the biggest thing. Is just habits. Like, you got to care about it. Defense all comes down to effort and like how much you trust your teammates and things like that. Watching a lot of film, scouting reports have been good, and guys have been locked in. So I think that's the biggest thing, is that defense is all about buy-in and kind of just losing yourself in the team, and everybody's doing that right now. Like, it really means something. The whole team's under that, and we're taking pride in that, and we celebrate that almost as much as on the offensive end with a big dunk or something like that. So I think that's the biggest part of seeing a team grow up, when you're starting to take pride and celebrate defense as much as offense.
Coach said that this would be a litmus test, this game, about where the program is and where it's going. You're 10 weeks from the Final Four, 10 weeks from tonight. Where do you think you guys are right now? Where do you have to go from here to get to the Final Four?
I think we're in a good spot. I mean, anytime you can beat a top-ranked program like that, we have a lot of great players, and that did show us a great measuring stick of where we're at. But like you said, we got so much time until the ultimate goal, and we just know there's a lot of things we got to clean up. So ultimately, just taking it for what it is, be happy about the win, but just go back, watch the film on it, and just try and get better.
What did you do to disrupt Lawson? I mean, you got his numbers, but not efficiently.
For me, it was just trying to keep a forearm on him, just trying to be physical. I think the biggest thing the coaches told me is you should be touching him every time he's on the floor. Most players, you can kind of help off gaps, things like that, but with him, they run a lot of their offense through him. They're looking for him a lot. So for me, it was just trying to be physical with him, wear him down. I knew he was going to play a lot of minutes, so just trying to stay active on him as much as possible.
Reid, you came here to play in games like this, in an atmosphere like this. What was that like for you tonight, to be a part of all this?
It was awesome. It was awesome. Like you said, this is why I came. Game day. You see all the faces in the crowd. The nation definitely came out. It was rocking. So this is what I look forward to. I mean, this is ultimately, like you said, why I came here to play in big games like this.
Does it